right, fellow adventurers. It is day -20. This is Boomer Matt. I'm out in the backyard. Jamie is road tripping across the nation. He's out on the East Coast right now. He will be meeting me back in the Minnesota area. And this is my dog, Juliet. She's here helping. But we're taking a look at the canoe. This canoe is the same one that we took 3/4, 2/3 of the distance down the river on our first trip 25 years ago. It was lost and recovered. We'll tell you that full story at some point during the trip, I'm sure. But some of the woodwork needs some attention. This seat is in pretty good shape, the stern. I think we're getting some rot here, obviously, on the yoke, but the hardware is still in place. At some point, I said the yoke, that's the thwart, pardon me. The yoke was lost because it rotted out on one side, much like this is doing over here. And it was replaced with just a little, was that a 1x2? Something along those lines. It's just stability, and obviously it seems a little pinched in here, and the hardware is not in place. And structurally we're all right back here. Here's what happened. It came loose, which loosened part of, I think this is recoverable, honestly, with new hardware, but I have procured a replacement for that seat. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, the seat's going to get replaced. Whether or not that gets salvaged, and we'll see. So here I have a thwart and a yoke. They do have to be trimmed to size, and some more hardware. But we're going to get in here a little bit and work this problem. It is not stable on these sawhorses, unfortunately. I had hoped that it would balance a little better. I guess I could move those in some and have it more on the flat. We might try that. That's a good idea, honestly. Okay, so we'll work that problem and set up a tripod, and we'll start working on this yoke. Bear with us. Okay, with the sawhorses in a little tighter, it's more on the flat of the canoe, and that worked well. Glad I thought of something so simple as that to resolve the issue. And now we're on tripod. Let's see. Let's get tightened in here. And we're going to actually see about taking this yoke out. Blocking that. Okay. Let's see if we can get a good grip on this. Wood here, which makes this a little tricky to work with. I might need a wrench or a socket. Oh, it's going to be tricky. This gunnel's still in fairly good shape. There's a couple cracks in it and it's scuffed up, but structurally it's in decent shape. Got this lock nut. Got this bolt. Okay. Yeah, we're in good shape there. Let's try this other side and get this whole yoke out. Okay, that nut is up into the wood, but I think I can just do it this way. There's no washer under there when this was installed, so I'm not bolt in there. Or not. Doesn't seem to have been one. Okay, well, we're loose. Now, here's the issue. I'm going to have to cut this to size. So I'm going to have to work with this a little bit. Woodworking is not my forte. Let's see what we've got here. This hardware, I got to replace what's missing here. I'm missing one of these. There's just a little eye bolt over here, and that has, we can strap things down a little bit better there. That was useful back behind the fore seat. So let's see. Now this, I don't know if this goes in a particular direction. Okay. Obviously we need this to hold structural tension. That's not bad. So essentially I'm going to have to cut this out this length. Yeah, I can just cut that off. Okay, I can pretty well get that sorted based on the original yoke. Now let's see about this thwart. The thwart looks like it's going to be okay uncut. Yeah, that's the same length. We'll just need to drill some holes. So it'll be minor. We'll have to do a little work cutting this yoke and then drill the holes, and I think we can put this thing back together. Didn't really tell you the story about this boat. I'm going to tell you the name of it. This is the Royal Nonesuch. It was taken from Huck Finn, Royal Nonesuch. That was the name of the circus show that they stopped to join in Arkansas. I think maybe pulling off around Helena or somewhere. We used to have that hand painted, but that has worn off. I don't know that I'm going to go to the trouble to redo that. Yeah, there's no evidence of it anymore. The stickers, the Old Town stickers, are still good. We had this registered with the Coast Guard. There's a 1BE. Wait a minute, I might be able to make this out. Let's see. 16071BE. I don't know what that first one might be. But that's a lot closer to, no, MI607 1BE. Okay. I think I've basically got that sorted. I'll get that information to Jamie. We might be able to re-register under the same vessel rather than starting from scratch. So let's see, there was a chunk. There's no chunk missing over here. We're good over here. Gunnel's all still attached. Gunnel's all still attached. Now, one big chunk here, which might have led to the damage on the yoke. Not sure, but that's the only real chunk. I think it was struck. It was lost on the river and recovered by the Coast Guard. But it came back to us because it was registered. So we got it after we completed the trip in another boat. The other boat has since been sold secondhand to somebody that hopefully is still getting lots of use of it. It was very similar design. I think it was the same length, if not pretty close. This is an Old Town 176. It is 17 feet 6 inches. We got another one that we named Persistence because we kept going in it. But this is the Royal Nonesuch. She's back with us. RN led us to call her Nurse for short. So that's what we call her more colloquially. But we're going to do a little more work. We'll show you a little more of it. I have lots more gear that's come in, and it's getting about time to get things packed. Day -20, and this is it for today. We'll do another installment tomorrow or the next. Thanks for joining us, adventurers. More to come.